And we are live. Get the announcements out in various channels. And start the loading screen. As always, we have a solid 2 minutes of suffering before the fun can begin. This always takes way longer than it should. Hello, Drake. Welcome here. Yeah, I did not make jokes about my hairy face in vain. I kind of have to get it set off to the side the way it is because there's cow workers in the background. There's something of a random party here. You might hear people talking in the background. Or kids yelling. Also, you don't want to see what I'm using for a stand. I couldn't really put it on top of a monitor, so it's piled on top of some stuff on my desk beside me. But anyway. Alright, we left off yesterday with the split carrier not in production because it was lacking hull plates, I think it was. Although we did have the assault backpack doing a little bit of hauling. Yeah. One thing I want to check. Oh, good. All of those boarding pods are gone. That's nice to see.
Dragon, Raider.
Do I have any free freighters? There is not any free freighters, I don't think. So we might want to buy another freighter. I think if I remember correctly, the best medium freighter I could find was not the split one, but I'm going to double check anyway. This one holds 7,500. Okay, that's pretty sure that's not the most. It was this specific version of the Talati, I think. Wait. You're on a medium freighter, not a large freighter. Medium. Was it the Vulture or the Turn? This is 1,200. That's 1,100. Okay, so it's the Vulture. Sentinel is 1,200, and let's double check to make sure the normal. It is bigger than the normal Vulture. Size M. Vulture. 12,240. Okay, so it wasn't that I was thinking of. Double check. Hey Asher, welcome here. Oops, wrong one. Clicked on the wrong shipyard. Yep. Okay, we clicked on the wrong Vulture. This one's 10K, the other one's 12K. Alright. We definitely want this one. see, size medium, Vulture Sentinel, Better Boy Freighter. Pretty sure this is loadout I made last time I bought one of these. Okay, let's buy a couple of these things. Sorry for those of you who are enjoying the audio, because we're going to have to tab out and check the list of stuff and scum. I'm starting to run out of memory of what backpacks are available. Alright, we're going to name one of these I guess we're going to use two of the names that are left on the list. I think we're going to buy two of these. So actually we can't name them here. Add to shopping list. Buy two. Confirm order. They're both under construction. Good. We're going to name the one the small improvised backpack and the other one the improvised backpack, because frankly we're running out of backpack names. It's probably a good thing that hopefully I don't need more freighters for a while. I bought my big ship yesterday, but it hasn't even started construction yet. They didn't have enough hull plates to build it. We had the destroyer yesterday, and at the end of the stream I paid for, but it has not started construction of one of the carriers, the great big giant ones. So that's what we're working toward today. What we're buying right now are freighters, because we need something to haul hull plates in, so that we can. We need something to haul hull plates, so that they'll actually start construction of the carrier. They were very far from having enough of them last time I looked. Where is he at? Ultra Sentinel. There we go. Alright. Now, one of these, I don't know if we're going to use both of them, but one of them, we'll use the small improvised backpack. We need to do trading, look for hull parts for sale. Actually, that's a good place to buy them. Small improvised backpack, hull parts, right here. Trade with. Buy a full load, and then fly all the way up here to the shipyard, trade with, and sell. The reason we're hauling hull parts is there's simply not getting enough of them here at the shipyard, and we need, was it 10,000? I think it was 10,000 is how many they were short. There's an easy way to find out. Let's pick a relatively cheap ship. Oh, okay, they're only missing... It's not going to be this full amount, so it's probably like 6,000 or 7,000 all parts. What we're buying is this thing. The Raptor carrier. Fully loaded, of course. Although we are going to have to take it somewhere and get shields for it, because, yeah, this is what we're buying. We're going to have to take it down to, not sure where exactly. Probably down here to the Pyramid, or maybe over here to the Talati shipyards, and buy better, better shields for it, because split shields are terrible. But other than that, it's going to be ready to go as soon as we get enough hull parts into here. The AI is going to sell some. Like this one might be actually hauling some. This one might be hauling some. But we're going to haul some of our own as well, just to make sure that it's supplied. I should probably get the improvised backpack going as well. Wait, is this one guy's name mangled? Yeah, he does. He has a square bracket in it for some reason. Okay, there we go. This one, we're also going to want to buy some haul parts. Down here-ish somewhere. Let's see. This place is still selling some, I guess. What? There we go. Trade with. Buy a full load. Confirm. Yeah, you hear a baby. That's the boss's kid in the background. Like all babies, it's a loud, annoying little git. I'm never gonna get a raise. Anyway. Now we just wait for our freighters, and in that time, we're going to go ahead and fly up there ourselves.
Hello.
Yeah. Part of the reason why my camera is angled the way it is so that it's pointed at the wall and not out into the room where there's lots of people. Well, not really a lot of people, but some people. Anyway, let's go see what we can do in split space while we wait.
Autopilot engaged.
Where did we leave the wheelbarrow last night? Was it here in Argon Prime? Yeah, it was. Okay. We'll be fine there. Things are not really going to plan here, it looks like. This is probably where we're going to take our new carrier. Just to see what all those flaks look like when they're all firing. Nice place where we have a known amount of enemies and a nice regular stream.
Entering Grand Exchange 4.
I wonder what happened to all those laser towers we've dropped. Oh, they're all gone. That was not money well spent, but oh well. Where are we at? Still in Grand Exchange, okay. Oh, let's see. How are things going in the rest of the world? The scouts, they look like most of them are parked. Except for these, well, these two are parked too, I guess, because they are up in split space. We should probably get most of those going again, but I'm not sure where I want to have them go. Because a lot of these places are not overly safe for scouts. This one is probably fine, and so is this one probably. This one's fine, definitely. Let's get the V3 holo site scouting 18 billion. I'm surprised we haven't scouted 18 billion yet. That's odd.
Entering system. 18 billion.
This is such an important system to my economy and everything. Wait. There we go. Okay, there we go. Where else should we scout? We're definitely not scouting here. Silent Witness isn't scouted for some reason. That's weird.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Oh, who's being... Small improvised
Entering
backpack is being
system.
harassed.
Silent witness.
I think we'll just let him ignore that. Let's double check though. Where's he at? Oh. What? Why isn't it showing his icon? Also, don't attack, you dumbass. Whatever. We're going past there anyway, so let's make a do. We're going past there anyway, so let's make a little detour. We'll go have a talk with this pirate. Your couch is leaking.
Entering system.
Okay.
Profit Center Alpha.
Please explain.
Minotaur. Raider. Autopilot. Disengaged.
We're going to go teach this little Minotaur Raider that he can't do whatever he feels like doing to my ships. It is a Talati ship apparently, which is unfortunate because that might make Talati like me less. However, I think I'm on pretty good terms with Talati, so he can just get stuffed. Boom, right in the side. You, sir, have transgressed against one of my ships.
Stop your attack immediately. You will suffer the consequences. This is Sector Security. Comms channel open. Reporting attack against this station. Confirmed. Criminal record has been updated.
Alright, let's get out of here. There's a Xeon P. What's he doing there? You'll take a pic and put it in Navi meme chat. Okay. Where is the small enterprise backpack going? Profit Center Alpha. Oh, he's going this way. Okay, whatever. So where is this improvised backpack going? Oh, he's going the same way. He just got off a different place. Okay. Okay. I see. I now understand why my ships are doing weird things. They're not weird at all. The assault backpack is docking with a load.
Autopilot engaged.
I am hopeful that we don't actually need to deliver both loads of hull plates to make this start building, because this thing is going to take 22 minutes to build, which is unfortunate because we're going to have to find time to fritter away somewhere out here. Maybe we'll play tag in
Entering system.
Xeon Systems or something. Oh look, there's a K. Fun. Actually, I should order the wheelbarrow to fly out here. No. No, I won't. I was thinking I might have the wheelbarrow fly out here and we could go hit a K or something with it, but that seems excessive. We just have to find something else to do in the area. Let's see. We really should drop satellites here in this system, so let's actually do that now. Get this place satellited up. It should only take like 4 or 5 of them. Oh, I haven't even chat right now. Let's see. Okay. Can't quite see what's going on because the monitor's too small. I have to move it over to the other monitor if I want to look at it properly. Actually, yeah, let's just do that right now. That's an interesting issue. Okay. Why is it doing that? And hopefully it's not a permanent problem.
Jump gate. Argus Ravine.
Is that a Xeon defense station? Yes, it is. Oh, I thought we cleared him out of there. We'll never stop Xeon from invading some of these systems. Every time you destroy a station, they just build another one. Well, I guess if we want to stop them, we'll have to take the fight to their systems instead. That or patrol the area with big fighter wings and such. Make sure we destroy their freighters before they start building.
Argus Ravine.
I wonder how far... Okay. It's showing us fully constructed, but I'm not entirely sure if I believe that. It could be. We need to start building our own stations soon. Who does this belong to? Interesting. Okay. Actually, which faction owned it? Owner. 3 question marks. Okay. Blue thing is a water tank, and that's where I sleep at the moment. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Entering Argus Ravine. 16.
Well, that's going to be problematic for you then. A little bit, maybe. Not sure if you could patch a tank like that even. So, yeah, a new one probably is not cheap. Anyway, we're about here. I think once we go through, I'll start manually flying because that'll be more interesting. And we do need to kill time. Have they started construction of that ship yet? No, they haven't. It'll take a while before the next 2 loads arrive anyway.
I'm pretty sure. Unless it's back in there. I don't remember what you took.
Alright. Once we finish suffering through the autosave. It'll be fine, just annoying. Well, that's good then.
Entering Argus Ravine. 8. Autopilot. Disengaged.
I think I started some research yesterday. Which one was it? Ah, the shield mods. Oh, okay. They're 5 minutes until they're done. Okay, I'm glad I looked. We can start the engine mods next time. I think I can afford the engine mods. Well, I definitely can afford engine mods. The question is if I can afford it without adding more money to the station's coffers. Anyway. We
Empty
are
space.
getting closer. How's my day going? Oh, pretty good. About like normal. Got up at an actually rational time in the morning and got my work done fairly easily. This thing's so fast, insane. We're gonna overshoot again. Oh well, this is probably as good of a place as I need to drop the satellite. We need to stop and get more advanced satellites eventually too. We're gonna put the next one here probably, so let's put this one here.
Empty space.
This ship's so fast. I can't wait until we get the tier 3 engine mods. I want to see what they're like on this. It's gonna be awesome. Shield mods, they're okay. Engine mods, oh boy. Shield mods are for boring people who care about not blowing up. I will admit that under that criteria, I probably am a boring person normally. But I really, really, really want the engine mods just because of this ship. The shield mods will be good on things like the destroyer and the carrier. And we need to work on the weapon mods. I'm not sure what they'll be like, but hopefully they'll be powerful. I'd like to mod all the front guns for more damage
Empty space.
on our destroyer, just to see what it's like. Assuming the weapon mods are all good anyway. Oh. Okay. That sort of covers everything, I guess. We'll drop one more right here.
Autopilot.
And
Engaged.
then we'll drop another one over by the other gate. And that should fully cover this system. Oh look, there's an M. I'm tempted to go over there and give him a bad day, but probably not worth it. If it was a P, we'd be over there in a second, just for the fun of blowing one up. I hope this K doesn't have designs on anything in this system, because I don't have anything that's capable of blowing up a K anywhere nearby. Also, construction of this has still not started. That's unfortunate. We should get the assault backpack hauling another couple loads. That's not very many of them, but oh well.
Autopilot disengaged.
Let's see. Anybody else selling all parts in the area? Here's some. Where were they? Here. All parts? Sure, why not? And sell. Firm. Alright. At first, when I was looking at this, I was like, oh no! Our ship took a bunch of damage because they were over top of this fighter. Yeah. Thankfully, it didn't. Here's another 2,000 hull parts in these two ships.
The results of my research are far beyond my expectations.
Okay, let's get those engine
This
mods
will allow
going.
you to construct. I will need some materials to get started.
How much does he think he needs? Oh, not very much at all. Okay. Good. Okay, yeah. Deploy another satellite. We're definitely going to have to go buy more satellites after this. That's fine.
Autopilot engaged.
Is that the last satellite for this system? And let's see, this system's covered quite well. We should probably cover this system if we're just setting up satellites while waiting for this to construct. There's no reason not to. Then, let's see. Yeah, just satellite the entirety of split space, I guess. These we should probably get a Explorer 2 operating in. I do have an Explorer or 2 actually right here we can do that with. Okay, Explorer. We need to increase that range a little bit. Hello? That looks good. Okay, where's the other one?
Autopilot
Get
disengaged.
him exploring here, I guess. I did, after all, buy all these explorers for a reason. That looks good, okay. Alright. We need to place the next satellite. How many do we have left? 6 satellites? Yeah, let's go buy another group of them. Have they started construction yet? No, they have not.
Autopilot
Alright.
engaged.
Let's see what it says when we try to buy another, large freighter. We're only missing 2,900 now. So they must be very close to starting construction on my ship.
Entering Arcus Ravine 16.
Come on, just another load or two. I probably shouldn't have bothered to buy these two, because now they're going to get there too late, but oh well.
Yeah. Watching videos.
That is unfortunate. We will just have to live with it, I guess. It's not that we didn't need freighters. We can always use them for other things. Assign them to stations and stuff like that. Anyway. Oh, they started building it. I think. Or did the time just go up for some
Entering
reason?
system. Art of acrimony.
The time went up from 22 to 25. That's unfortunate. I wonder why the time went up. they short on some other material? Please no. Anyway, 25 minutes? That sucks. Maybe these will get there before it starts building. That would be unfortunate and annoying. Oh well. Hopefully we don't have to haul anything else into here.
Autopilot disengaged. Split wharf.
Did the autopilot just bonk into the wharf?
Docking granted.
I think the autopilot just bonked into the wharf. Also, this thing may be fast, but it's not necessarily the world's most maneuverable. It's fairly maneuverable, but... Looks like they're building a ship of some kind right there. We'll just fly in right underneath them. There we go.
Successfully docked.
Upgrade and repair.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Oh, that's interesting. We can't change engines because we have these ones modified. I mean, not that I'd want to change engines anyway. It's just kind of interesting they don't let you do that when it's modified. Let's go ahead and buy a full 20. We'll splurge. Also, I should buy some laser towers. How many can we get? 60? We don't need that many. We'll go with the much more conservative. Definitely more conservative. Only 50. I guess the Mark IIs are only possible to be carried by capital ships. Which makes sense. I wonder if we put Mark 1s on a capital ship instead of Mark IIs, if they would deploy instantly like they do on small ships. If this game ever finishes auto-saving. Alright. It's back down to 22 minutes to build. Okay, that's weird. Where are my freighters? Assault backpack is leaving. Small improvised and improvised are both on their way in. Okay. Alright. Let's actually go ahead and drop a few more satellites in this system here.
Autopilot
We
engaged.
have a few slots that don't have anything watching them. Just one over here for now. I don't really care about the self-defense platform. And this one here is no big deal either. On the way out, we should probably drop a satellite here by the exit just so we can watch that.
Autopilot disengaged.
Yes. Nope, we're gonna hit it. There we go.
Empty space.
Well, we can't blame the autopilot for that collision. It would have dropped out of travel drive though, and I didn't want that to happen. Dropping out of travel drive is slow. Slow is bad. Okay.
Autopilot disengaged.
Why'd I open this? I want this. There we go. Satellite drop. Where is this wanting me to go? Back to the Grand Exchange headquarters. What? Why do I have... Oh. Not enough storage space. Okay, let's see. How much do they need to be able to do this? That should fit. Yeah, I don't know what he's complaining about. Well, let's build another container here anyway. We'll just put it right on the other side of the landing area, just like the first one. Okay. Ta-da, just like that. Confirm changes, assign a builder, assign the crafting menu. I don't really care about any of this. We'll just give him some money. Actually, yeah, no restrictions. Here's where we add the money in. Give him a couple million so we don't have to worry about it for a while. That's way more than we need to build it, but that way we can easily and quickly add stuff later without having to worry about adding money. Yes, I can be very lazy sometimes. How much longer for the new ship to finish? Unfortunately, it hasn't even started yet, I don't think, unless it just did. No, it has not even started yet. But it will take 22 minutes whenever it finally starts. What happens if we try to buy a ship? A large freighter. Now it says 3,000 hull parts. It was down less than that earlier. The bastards are building other ships instead of mine. How dare they? This one apparently has sold his load. Find a place that can sell hull parts that we can buy at. Buy a full load. Confirm. Buy back. And sell. I should probably try to set up automatic trading for the hull parts. Just because they need so many. But I don't really feel like it. And I'm not really sure how you would go about telling them to buy. Oh. I'm new to the game and man, early game is tough. It seems tough until you've played it a couple times and figured out how to make the money. And then it becomes way easier. It's more of a knowledge checkpoint than an actual difficulty. It does take a while to make money. But if you are, for example, trying to use your starting ship to trade or something like that, yeah, you're never going to get anywhere. What you kind of want to do is fly from system to system and go over here to your mission offers and look for missions down here that are rated very easy or trivial or something like that and pick them up. Certain mission types, yeah, you'll quickly figure out which ones kind of suck. You can cancel a mission at any time without any, you can go in your mission manager here and just abort mission on anything without any real, or without any penalty. So if a mission turns out to be too hard, you can just get rid of it. But just kind of fly around and just go, as you go through a system, stop and look for a mission. Like here, okay, here's a medium mission. That one's probably too hard. This one, just deploy 10 laser towers at target position. Okay, this is trivial. Immediately accept this. You're going to get 160k credits for just deploying 10 laser towers. If you have the money to buy the 10 laser towers, you just go to any equipment dock or whatever. Go to consumables, buy 10 laser towers. Ka-ching. Big money right there. 100 for crystals until you got your first mining ship. That would also work. Crystals sell pretty well. Mining ship. Mine silicon. If you can find a place that needs silicon, mine silicon. Because it sells for way more than ore does. I have medium miner down here in Holy Vision. That's mining ore. He makes about 50 to 60k credits per trip. Pretty good money, I thought, until I got a silicon miner. Yeah, satellites are well worth dropping. You just have to find a system that has silicon in it. So there's these resource probes. They'll tell you what resources are in the system. I can't really point very well. Like this particular resource cloud has some amount of methane, some amount of iridium, some amount of ore, some amount of silicon, some amount of ice. Silicon here is not very good. Ore is actually worse than the silicon, surprisingly. You just got to find a field that has silicon in it. Like this one's just ice. You won't be able to mine ore or silicon there. Here, if I can, there we go. Both ore and silicon in actually reasonable amounts. But not only do you have to find silicon, you also have to have a place to sell it. So it depends on what kind of ship orders you want to use, how complicated you want to get, where good mining places are. But yeah. I still have not found the perfect mining system. Found some okayish ones, but no perfect one yet. But yeah, missions until you can get your first miner, and then silicon mining, and you're pretty much set for the early game. It's kind of shocking how much money silicon mining makes. Just as an example, the bobby pin here. Let's look at his logbook. This isn't even necessarily my best miner. But every run, 148k credits. And this is just a medium miner. Silicon mining is heckin' profitable if you can find a place that actually requires silicon. Some places don't. Because, yeah. Like these systems, there used to be loads. Okay, yeah, there's still loads of silicon refineries here. So I was like, oh, lots of silicon refineries. This is a great place to mine. Except all these refineries are full to the brim. The AI miners are keeping them topped up. So there's, yeah. Yeah, you can see about how much there is of stuff there that without having to have probes, just by looking. But it doesn't tell you where in the system is better. Because it can actually vary across the system. Like here, silicon's kind of low, 0.03. Here, 0.15. Auto explore. I built a whole bunch of scout fighters and just had them on explore commands in different systems. All of this exploring was done by 2 scout fighters I hired up here, so I didn't have to bring my other ones up. Matter of fact, they're down here exploring right now. It takes a long time to scout with ski scout fighters like this. That's why I bought a bunch of them and just set them to it. Because having everything explored is really, really valuable. Makes sure you can see all the systems, and then you know where to go to drop satellites and stuff. How do you set that up? Let's see. Information, loadout. I just got a Mark III shield generator. Really, you don't need anything fancy as far as shield generator. I just did Mark III because I could afford it. And then an all-around engine. Really, any engine will do just fine. They don't move fast enough that it's a big deal. A lot of this was because What? Okay, we'll ignore that for now. A lot of this was because I had a lot of money and could just afford whatever I wanted. And then very basic software. You really don't need anything on the ship. I don't even have any weapons or anything like that. It doesn't matter. They're just there to scout. If they get into a fight, they're dead anyway. And then for fighters, I just picked the whatever scout fighter would do just fine. I picked the parented ones because they were the fastest, but I don't actually think that made a big difference. It takes forever to scout a system, and that's just the way it is. As far as giving the orders, you just click a ship, right click more or less directly in the middle of a sector, and choose explore. And then if you want him to actually explore the whole system, you're going to have to come over here to his behavior and turn the radius up. For a full-size system like this, you just set it to the max. As long as it's pretty much dead center, you'll explore the whole system just fine. For a smaller one, you don't want to. You set it like 285 or so, and it covers most of it. Let's see. Yeah, see. Basically, kind of want to make the area fill the whole system, and you'll explore the whole thing. It's really quite simple. And it's well worth doing. Then later, you can either fly around yourself and drop satellites where you need to, or you can select one of these ships, right click where you want a satellite, and choose deploy at position, civilian, and then what kind of satellite you want. You just have to load them up with satellites first. And then do a whole bunch of those deploy at position orders, and they'll fly around, drop all your satellites off for you. I usually drop them myself just because. But if I'm like on the other side of a system or something, like way over here doing something, and I want satellites over here for some reason, I'll just select a scout, tell them to go buy some satellites, and then go place them. It's quite easy and well worth setting up. Now, where is my... They haven't even started building it yet. Let's see. How many hull parts are they short? As best I can tell, it's still 3,000. Yay. Probably not actually 3,000. I don't know how many hull parts this freighter itself costs, but... See, I'm trying to buy a Raptor with all the fixings. Because it just looks awesome. Has lots of turrets. Cool ship and all that. I bought and paid for it yesterday, near the end of the stream. But they don't have enough hull parts to build it. As you can see, it's a little bit expensive. And so now I'm trying to get freighters to haul my enough hull parts in here to get them going. It's a slow process. Okay, where were we going to go next? We were going to go place another satellite right here so we can see people come out of the exit. I'm kind of just flying around placing satellites manually because it's a good way to kill time. I don't know about a good way, but it is a way to kill time. And right now I need to kill time until I get this carrier. And then we're going to take that carrier and we're going to go have lots of fun blowing up Xeon. Probably right here, Nectiva's Choice, which seems to have a real Xeon problem. Probably there. We might go someplace else too, but that's a place I really want to remove the Xeon from. What are you? Okay, he's docking to buy stuff, I think. This one, what even are his orders anymore? Let's check. He is doing advanced auto trade, selling silicon from here to neighboring systems. Okay. Because they're way overproducing silicon wafers here. They have so many silicon refineries, and they're all full. Are they still all full? Yeah, they're still all full. Oh, that was just... There we go. It's kind of crazy, actually. I'm not sure why the AI decided they needed so much silicon here, but they did. Anyway, eventually construction will start on this ship. Eventually. Someday. Next year. Hopefully, we get it this stream. Last stream, it was like, oh yeah, no problem. We'll get it.
Ravine.
You know, we'll just run a few Praetors in there and we'll have it in no time. Yeah. I've dropped off several thousand hull plates at this shipyard and it has not materialized yet, so. Oh, here comes another 800 and some hull parts. I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. He says before he promptly goes back to worrying about it. Got 2,800 more coming in. That should be enough. In theory. I hope. I wonder if there's in the encyclopedia if it lists how much it costs to build. Okay, the rattlesnake is our... Where does it list? Raptor, there it is. Okay. Does it list the cost? 30,000 hull parts. 5,000 energy cells. Okay.
Autopilot.
30,775. So if we order another one of these, however much it lists over that amount, 31,000. So in theory, it should only need like 300 and some, maybe, extra hull parts before it starts construction. Which means that when this guy dropped off his load, they should have started construction right away. Obviously, that didn't happen. Let's see, where can we buy hull parts? Buy another load nearby. We're paying way too much for these. Oh, they started construction. Yes, they've started construction. Okay. Cancel orders. Delete all orders. Okay, assault backpack. We're going to have you fly back to our little station over here and wait. Dock and wait. There we go. It's under construction. In 21 minutes, we will get to go use the big guns. Well, not really big guns so much as lots of little guns, I guess. It has 93 flak turrets on it. So it's not that great for taking on larger enemy ships, but anything smaller than itself is going to get absolutely pasted.
Autopilot engaged.
So we got 20 minutes to kill. After we finish that, we can go pick up the ship. And then we'll take it down to probably Profit Center Alpha, to the shipyard here, and get the shields changed. The split shields are terrible.
Progress Ravine 24.
And then from there we'll go down here to Activa's Choice and let it shoot some fighters for a while. Watch the pretty lights, all that fun stuff.
Empty space.
Because this game can be really pretty when it wants to be. Ships look really nice. I like them. And this is just a little one. This is a Corvette. It's also a split ship, so it's kind of got that split look to it. But it is, it's not a fighter. It's larger than a fighter by a lot. But it kind of flies like a fighter still. It's as big as you can get before it starts feeling clunky, let's put it that way. This one has 6 forward-facing plasma batteries and 2 flak turrets.
Autopilot disengaged.
And I really like this ship. It's my favorite one to just, if I'm gonna fly somewhere, this is my favorite. Because its top speed is absolutely ludicrous. Without any modifications to it, just normal split engines, it goes 777 meters a second. With modifications, and not even top level modifications, it gets up to 950. It's absolutely crazy. And of course with thruster, you can just sail across the whole system in no time. Anyway, I love this ship. I can't help but goof around with it every time I get in one. Okay, we place a satellite here. Where else do you want to place satellites? We'll place one over here between these two.
Autopilot. Autopilot engaged.
Okay, how are things going on the home front? We ordered a new section of this to be completed. It is constructing, about a minute left until it's done constructing. Alright, that's cool. We have, how many minutes to the ship's done? 17 minutes to the ship's done. We'll easily be able to finish placing satellites in this system and maybe this one too. We'll see. I should turn the trade overlay off now that we're not using it. Okay.
Autopilot
One.
disengaged.
Fancy, amazing new satellite there. We'll place another one here.
Autopilot engaged.
We'll put one here. We'll put one here. And we'll probably put one here and like one here or something. We'll see. Got to get it all satellited up. These advanced satellites have so much more range than the little ones, but they're also way more expensive, so it's kind of a... I'm at the point now where I can afford to buy them, so I'm using them. We're actually kind of low on cash at the moment compared to what we were. And yes, it does feel weird to say we're low on cash and we have 17 million in the bank. It's just that we had like, I think it was 90, close to somewhere about that.
Disengaged.
80 somewhere there yesterday. Then we spent most of it on a fancy carrier. Here probably be a good place for another one. Doesn't matter if they overlap a little bit.
Autopilot engaged.
It's nice to be able to see ships moving around, not just the stations. Advanced satellites save a lot of time, that's the big thing. Way less time placing them. Or way less time giving the orders to place them if you're using AI ships to position them. Unfortunately, there's no way you can give an order to tell an AI, well, at least no way that I've discovered, to order an AI ship to fly to a system and put a satellite next to every station. That would be a very handy order to be able to give.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot
Your subordinates aren't quite
engaged.
that smart. Yeah, we place one here. That should cover out to here somewhere. So we place another here, and that should give us full coverage of this clump. And the only one left uncovered would be that one. And we can probably just make a trip out there and drop another one beside him. I don't think I have any normal satellites. No, I don't. So I'll just drop another advanced one out there. A little wasteful, but that's okay.
Autopilot
14 minutes until the carrier
disengaged.
is ready. We're about 3 or 4 minutes away. I'll probably head over that direction.
Autopilot engaged.
Can't wait till I get that carrier. Ever since I saw that carrier, it's been a goal. Like, we're gonna have one of those someday. Just because they're so cool looking. Well, that and there's another feature that's really awesome about them. But I'm going to refrain from talking about that until I can actually show it off. Okay, here we go in our next satellite
Autopilot
position.
disengaged. Autopilot
This is definitely
engaged.
something I would have my scouts do if I wasn't just trying to kill time while waiting for something. 12 minutes, okay. We'll probably be able to satellite up at least some of the other systems around here as well. Maybe this one next. We drop one here, like one there, and one there should cover the whole system. We did cover this one and this one, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Autopilot disengaged.
Alright. We're probably going to want to buy more advanced satellites after this too. We'll drop a satellite here next.
Autopilot engaged.
Should be fairly fast. Also that reminds me, small improvised backpack should probably go, actually we'll leave him here. Because sometimes we do need a freighter up in this area. Where is the normal improvised backpack? Here. This one we'll send home. Dock and wait. Grand Exchange headquarters I'm really not doing anything with. I just built some docks and storages on it. Eventually I'll probably use that for something, but for now it's just kind of a station that I own and therefore a place I used to store ships. And we got an autosave. I have the autosaves turned up to the most frequent setting because
Entering
we had a
system.
few
Fires of
incidents involving blowing up and then realizing, oh no, I hadn't saved for a long time. And they were very unfortunate. So after that, we turned the autosave interval up slightly. Or down slightly. Whatever, we made it so it's saved more often. It is mildly annoying, but that's the price you pay. It's less annoying than the alternative. If I was still flying a fighter, I think I probably would just live with it every time I blew up, because I can easily afford to replace those, but
Autopilot.
this thing
Disengaged.
is a little bit harder to replace. Not only is it upgraded, it's also expensive. Okay, we'll put another one there.
Autopilot. Engaged.
I do believe... Here, let's see. Has he started doing this research yet? No, but he has most of the materials. That's good. Yep, it has 93 flak turrets and 8 large turrets. Or, 93 mediums and 8 large. So, yeah. Ours is 8 minutes away from being finished. And then I'm going to fly it to Profit Center Alpha and get new shields on it. And then we're going to fly to Activa's Choice, and we're going to watch it paste away at P's and M's for a while. Because I think that sounds like a really cathartic thing to watch.
Disengaged.
Waiting to see that in action is the only thing keeping you awake. Well, hopefully it's worth it. Yeah, 8 minutes away. Where are we? Okay. Where do we want to place the next satellite? Let's just put one right here.
Autopilot. Engaged.
And off to our right side, you can see a nasty xeon station. We will not be going there. I wonder if this group of shards over there is what's left of that xeon station I destroyed yesterday. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, look, here's another one. I don't see it off to that side. It must be above or below us. Yeah, I didn't know this one was here. Oh no. We're going to have to come back with a destroyer and have a little conversation with the Xeon about those things and what they're allowed to put where. Oh, look, there's another one. Wow. Okay. We might just have to build a defense station of our own somewhere around. We're definitely going to have to come back with the wheelbarrow and blow these away. The wheelbarrow being my destroyer.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Because they're building entirely too many stations in this system for my liking. Also, we need to clear out this station and any others they may have built in the meantime, eventually. This one's way up above the elliptic, which is strange and annoying. Anyway. Oh, I wonder if there's anything better than cracking stations than my Dragon. I should probably look at the other destroyers and see if any of them have better front guns. I don't think the Raptor would do a very good job of cracking a station, unfortunately. It has more turrets than the Dragon does. More large turrets. So it would have more plasma weapon output. But they're spread out over a larger area too. Okay, how many minutes do we have left? 5 minutes. We've satellited this system to my liking. I think we'll fly back here and we can watch it get constructed the last few minutes.
Autopilot engaged.
The Raptor, it's heavily armed, but A Raptor with 90 beam turrets cures any fighter problems? Yeah, I believe it. I went all with flax instead of beams, though, because I just like the way the flax look better. They're probably less effective in large numbers, just because of the accuracy issues. Get bombers? I need to try outfitting some bombers and see what they're like. But a bomber wing might be just the thing to help take care of stations. The dragon works. You just have to sit off and pound at it for a while. That's a thing, right? Having a bunch of fighters? You can. And you can order them to follow the, do what their commander is doing. And then you just order their commander to do something and the whole wing goes after it. So now that I'm going to have a carrier, I'm definitely going to want to buy some fighters to equip it with. That's going to be another giant expense over the next coming streams. Right now I'm more excited about his giant number of flak turrets, but eventually having, I think it can carry 100 fighters? Something like that. Eventually the giant number of fighters that it can carry are... Yeah. Get a whole... If you can... I need to figure out if there are actually any bombers. But it can also carry a bunch of medium ships, so we can load it with a bunch of corvettes too. Railgun? I don't think the railgun works against the station. I don't know if the AI can even use the railgun. I don't know if the AI can use the railgun. If they can, it'd be cool, but the railgun's more of a sniper weapon. It's not really a station buster. Probably torpedoes would be the thing you'd use against stations, but I need to test. Play around with it a little, figure it out. I need to buy myself a fighter, and then I should probably buy myself a one of those Paranid corvettes.
Entering Arcus Ravine 16.
Because the Paranid corvette looked like it'd make a pretty good torpedo boat. It can carry 50 of them and 5 launchers. So get like 5 or 10 of them things making attack runs on a station, and it might be a pretty good deal, but I have to test one to see how it performs before I spend a bunch of money buying a bunch of them. That'll be things for future streams. At this rate, I'm going to be streaming this game for years. Gotta test all the stuff, see what works best, what's the most fun. Then whenever we decide we're done with this run, that when more game starts to play with.
Autopilot disengaged.
I assume you unlock more game starts the same way you did in X3.
Autopilot engaged.
Where you just carry out certain actions in the
Entering system.
in a
Heart
run,
of acrimony.
and it will unlock a new game start. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Honestly, it's moments like these that I view as the most boring, and I'm not sure why you people show up to watch them. The fun stuff hasn't started yet. Although it is 50 some seconds away from starting, so. Actually, it's probably going to be more very boring goings on
Autopilot
as we actually get this ship
disengaged.
moved to where it needs to go. It's not exactly a speed demon, unfortunately. There it is. You know what? We can actually land this ship aboard after it's completed. I'm actually not sure what extra crew does for a fighter. They go somewhere aboard the ship. Oh, it's done.
Raptor.
The carbon broadhead. Because it looks kind of like an arrow or a knife. And also because it fits with the naming scheme I've been using. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I'm not sure if engineering crew actually do anything for a fighter or not. Honestly, I'm not completely sure what to do for capital ships even, except that it's good to have a lot of them. I usually don't run my... How long is it? I'll just go with very. Now, the other cool thing that I was talking about that I said I'd mention later, you can fly down the inside of this thing. I'm gonna save my game before I do, because this is a medium ship. It's not a an actual fighter, so it's not really meant to fit in here. I've not seen any NPC raptors, so they might not have any of themselves in my game either. But anyway, you can fly down the inside of the ship. And why would you want to fly down the inside of the ship, you ask? What could you possibly be willing to do in here? Here's the fighter docks. The fighters land right in here. Instead of landing on the top surface or anything like that, like they do on everybody else's carriers, they land inside on the split carrier. And that is so awesome that when I figured out, I went from, oh, this is a pretty cool looking carrier. When I figured out where the fighters landed on this thing, it was like, oh, I gotta have one.
Docking granted.
Anyway, the medium ships, of course, land outside like boring plebs because they're not cool like the fighters are. Hello, welcome here.
Successfully docked.
You have arrived just in time.
Hello.
Dragon. Raider.
Oh, I'm sure it took some artists and programmers a lot of effort, but we got a new ship. We got a new ship. Oh, this thing is so cool. This thing is so cool. I love it already. Let's get to the bridge. Actually, no, wait. Let's not go to the bridge. First, we're going to go to the docking area. The other docking area. Because I need to see this from... Oh, no, wait. This is the wrong docking area. Wait a second. I selected this one. There we go. We're inside. This is so cool. I love this thing. I'll never fly another ship ever again. Okay, that's not true. I'll fly other ships all the time, but this is so awesome. Okay, now we're going to go to the bridge. Kind of disappointing they don't have any other interior rooms like some of the other ships do, but we have another chunk of code. It looks like it's the same chunk of code. Probably this is the same bridge model as all the split ships. Texture rendering is complete. Recall current something submit frame, I think it is, to pass frame data to the... Anyway, I'm not going to bother reading it. I'm pretty sure this code is actual code from the game that somebody just got a chunk of and rendered as a texture for cool. Because it talks about, the comments and stuff talk about rendering, and so I'm pretty sure it's from the game engine. Oh, no, this is a different bridge than the split destroyer. Okay. Please get away from my console. Thank you. Now, if anybody was waiting to see how fast and exciting the ship was, it's not fast at all. I never played the X series, but love space games all the way back from Elite and Wing Commander on Amiga. Is X4 hard to learn for new players, and is it a pure sandbox game, or does it have a story that drags you around? Oh boy. Let's talk about this while we fly to Profit Center Alpha Shipyard. Okay, let's start with the first question. Is X4 hard to learn? Yes. In a word, yes. It is very complicated. And it doesn't tutorialize you very well. If you look up YouTube tutorials and stuff, they'll usually be pretty helpful. Learn a lot that way. But I didn't do that when I started playing because I had already played X3 and figured I would have a pretty good idea of what I was doing. I banged my head pretty hard into a few things, particularly how to use the orders menu for ships and stuff. And it took quite a lot of fumbling around before I got sort of comfortable with it. I'm still not an expert on a lot of things in this game. And I am a good solid almost 80 hours in. So yeah. Tutorial kept breaking for you. Yeah, I had a few things break for me. The basic how to fly a ship tutorials are relatively decent. They're better than the ones in X3, that's for sure. So you can pick up the basics from that, and then if you run into something you can't figure out how to do, YouTube can help you out usually. But you're going to have to use outside game resources if you've never played an X game before, for sure. For me, I had chat helping me sometimes. Sometimes I had to look things up. It's just a very complicated game is all. Is it a pure sandbox game? Yes, it is, pretty much. Almost, but not quite completely pure sandbox game. It does have a story, but it doesn't drag you around. Matter of fact, I have only uncovered one piece of story so far, and that was purely by accident, and it wasn't even the main game story, it was a DLC story. So, yeah, you have to stumble across the story, and then you have to consciously decide to go along with it. It's quite story light, but there's some story in there, and that's cool. I like that. So yeah, the X games are very sandboxy. There's story there if you want some story, but you have to find it yourself, and if you don't want to find it, I guess you don't have to find it either. I don't think I have anything that's currently pushing me toward any story bits. Yeah. It's kind of, if there's any subtle go here to do the story kind of pushes, I completely missed them, so. I really like it. It's a great game. There's nothing quite like it. The closest thing that there is to X4 is X3. You can fly with first or third person cameras. Third person camera is not very good for flying. I don't like it. It's cool for looking at the ship though. It's not like, say, Freelancer, where I used third person camera exclusively. But you can do it. Actually, I ship this big, it's kind of hard to show it off, but there are, oops, wrong button. There are little indicators floating around the ship. You can kind of see one here faintly. These little arrows right here in front of the ship, they point toward wherever you're going. So you can steer the ship a little more easily when you're in this pre-cam view. And then there's the other looking from straight behind view. You just wanted to see it flying? Yeah, I know you did. Then you can have a view where you can look at the thing that you have targeted, which is kind of cool. I forget about this one all the time. And there might be another view too that I'm not thinking of. But this is the real glamour shot view, and we're going to be using this one a lot. because this is where you can see all the turrets pasting away at things. Speaking of turrets, there's our large plasma turrets. Some of them. There's some more of them. Here's all our little turrets. There's a shield generator. That's another thing. You see the shield generator has its own health and shields. Health and shields. You can individually pick these things off of a ship. Matter of fact, if you're flying a smaller ship next to a big ship, you will automatically match speed with it, and you can just kind of fly along the surface and find turrets and stuff to shoot. It's really awesome. Anyway, this thing is coated with little flak turrets with a smattering of big plasma turrets on it. Anyway, it's going to take us quite a while probably to get to where we're going, because, oh wow, we haven't even left the first system. Maybe I should fly this manually. What is the autopilot doing? Please don't tell me. No, okay, it's not. It's just flying very slowly. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to remember what the hotkey is for CETA, ain't I? Let's turn the autopilot off.
Autopilot disengaged.
This thing is so slow. But it's not meant to be fast. It is a carrier after all, not a fighter. It's about 1/10 as fast as my ship I was flying around earlier in the stream. Eventually we'll get to where we're going. Once we're through here, I'll re-engage the autopilot, and then I'll go look in the settings to see what the key is to turn time compression on. Okay. As soon as the autosave finishes, come on, hurry up.
Entering system. Argus Ravine.
Bypass this asteroid a little bit and engage the autopilot.
Engaged.
Now, settings, controls, general, toggle CETA should be in here somewhere. I didn't see it, but that's probably because I just scrolled right past it. Toggle CETA, shift 4, okay. Okay, it's aborting for some reason.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, be quiet, I know you're there. Where did you go? Argon Prime. What the heck are you doing in Argon Prime? Get back here. Dock and wait. Able to take out a pea-sized enemy craft solo now instead of just getting dunked on? Yeah. Feels pretty awesome taking out the first pea. Then you realize they're just small fry to the big ships like this. I felt pretty amazing when I shot my first pea. But now, think about how you felt when you shot that P, and imagine what it'll be like when you shoot a K. It's even better, somehow. I wonder if there are any K around here right now. No, there's no Ks in system. That's good. Now, can I turn CETA on? No. Why not? Are we too near a rock or something? Oh, I wonder if you can't fly with C to on in this game. You could in X3, but that was because that was the only way to get anywhere at any kind of speed. Now that they added travel drive, I wonder if they made it so that C is a thing you can only run when you're sitting still. That'd be a weird decision to make, though. Anyway. Yeah, I spent far too long at the beginning of the game running away from anything that came after me because my starter ship was amazingly crappy. I used the Explorer start, the Argon Explorer, I think it was, or Young Explorer or something like that it was called. And so I got a ship that was less than amazing.
Autopilot disengaged.
Which I came to greatly regret later, but anyway. We just rammed an asteroid.
Autopilot engaged.
Anyway. I started by trying to trade. I found a really good silicon trade where they were selling silicon for like almost the minimum, not silicon, but silicon wafers. They were selling silicon wafers for almost the minimum price they could sell for. And then I found a place that was buying them for almost the maximum price. So you're making them like 200 credits per unit of silicon per run. But I was trading with my dinky little scout fighter. So I was only making like 5,000 credits per run. It was very painful. I managed to buy a few small things. It's like, I'm never going to get a ship this way. I was like, I wonder what the missions pay out. So I looked to see what the missions were paying out, and it was 50,000 credits per mission for even the very easy ones. And then I was very sad that I hadn't looked earlier, because I wasted several hours at the beginning of the game doing these stupid little 5,000 credit trade missions. Oh well. And also, don't let anyone ever tell you that crime doesn't pay, because I later also found out that the Vigor Syndicate hates me because of something that happened in a DLC story mission. So it's like, fine. If you guys hate me anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and take your ships every time I see them. Those ships sell for a lot of money. So it turns out that piracy is surprisingly profitable. Just capturing enemy ships and selling them to somebody else. Around 7 million a pop per large freighter captured. Pretty crazy. This game isn't really any more balanced than X3 was, obviously. But yeah, that's the nice thing about a single player game. It doesn't really need to be balanced. In a multiplayer game, there's a very strong incentive pushing everybody to do the most efficient thing every time. In a single player game, particularly once you're past your first run and you kind of know what you're doing, the incentive to do the most efficient thing every single time was not nearly as strong. You can do crazy challenge runs and stuff like that, and it's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, I wish I had upgraded my ship first before buying the miner. I bought a miner before I upgraded my ship as well. And you know what? I don't regret it one little bit. Because that miner, it was one of my less efficient ones because it was just an ore miner. But he was making me 50,000 credits every 10 minutes or so without me having to lift a finger. And that really was a big deal. Because it basically doubled my income and it got me to having a much better fighter that much quicker. Also, this thing is slowed down again big time. It's going to take us a year to get to where we're going. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, we have to turn autopilot off. You want to do that? There we go. So it didn't mean I was flying around in a crappy little fighter for longer, but having the passive income was really nice. That's one thing this game does that no other game really does. That you can own a whole fleet. Wait. I started the travel engines already once. Why did you kill them? I must have accidentally hit the button once too many times. Is it still charging the travel engines? That is really, really impressively slow. I wonder if we can get an engine upgrade in this thing that actually increases it to something reasonable. Anyway.
Entering Arcus Ravine 24.
Even with the flight assist turned off. In other words, we're not trying to fight against the travel drive inertia. It still takes forever to turn. Oh well, that's kind of what I expected. I certainly wasn't expecting something that would handle like a fighter, or even handle like a Corvette. You gotta pay something for having all those delicious, wonderful turrets. I had big plans for building a station, and we were gonna finally get to the station building part of the game. Because in X3 I had never built stations or complexes. I just never got that far in the game. I had bought an M2 like a time or two, but usually I just got a decent trading empire going and then kind of lost interest in that save, and I'd start a new one. I was like, yeah, we're gonna build stations and start an actual, big trading empire this time, and this time it'll be different. This is the only station I have, and all it has is docks and storage. Is this guy still buying stuff? Yeah, he's almost done though. Eventually I'll build a station. I just need to find where I want to put it first. I kind of want a system that has 3 main features. I want it to have lots of ore and silicon. I want it to be relatively close to the ring, aka the main highway ring that runs around everywhere. And I want it to have not much AI building in it. And ideally, kind of as a minor extra, I'd like it to be a xeon system. I want to find a xeon system that has good mining in it, is close enough to the ring, and is rich enough that I can move in, clear out all the xeon, and build my own stuff there, and make it my own. Currently, Matrix 451 is the leading contender. Unfortunately, there's a Talati defense platform here, so I don't think I'd actually be able to capture it without destroying that, which I don't want to do. Matrix number 9... maybe. I don't know what the resources are like in here. Matrix 451, it did drop a few probes, and it has reasonable amounts of ore and silicon. There's some other possible contenders, like Faulty Logic, maybe. I haven't scanned it for resources really yet. A lot of the contenders are kind of like, there's a system that may be plausible, but I haven't really looked at the resource situation. Like, this would probably be a good one. I'd actually really like this one if it has good resources, but I haven't scanned it. Obviously, I need much more military to clear the stations out and keep it cleared out. Life goals and all that. There's really not very many empty sectors. But I kind of like the challenge of clearing out the light. Well, I like the idea of the challenge of clearing out a xeon sector. We'll see.
Entering system. Fires of defeat.
But anyway, I want to then build a station in that sector and set it up to do refining of ore and silicon. And then build down. In other words, add onto the station everything I need to, or add nearby stations to produce all the raw materials needed to keep the ore mines functioning. The food, the medical supplies, all that kind of stuff. The energy cells. And then once I've got self-sufficient ore and silicon refineries, I want to build up. Making, you know, the hull plates, all that kind of stuff that I need to actually build ships. And eventually turn it into a giant shipyard. That's the plan anyway. And of course, once I have a giant shipyard that can crank out ships of my own, well, then the idea will be crank out ships of my own and clear the xeon menace out once and for all. But we'll see if we ever get that far. It could be I end up getting bored with this particular run before we get that far in and we start over or something. I haven't checked to see if I've unlocked any other game starts since I started playing. I don't know if there's interesting starts available yet or not. Like in X3, I really enjoyed the Poison Pyramid start because I thought the Hyperion Vanguard was just the best thing ever. So if there's a start like that in X4, then, well, we'll have to see. I'm not going to be starting a new game anytime soon. I'm still having way too much fun in this one. Oh, we're very slowly getting to where we're going. Very slowly. Thankfully, from where we're going, it's a relatively straight shot to the next where we're going. Our travel drive speed isn't actually that bad. It's about half what most ships are. So it's okay, I guess. As big as this thing is, you kind of expect it to be a little slow. I wonder if it'll let me activate... Oh, it will! Now it lets me activate CETA. Although it did turn off my travel drive when I did. That's annoying.
Entering system. 2 grand.
That is very annoying indeed. I wonder if CETA is measurably faster than the travel drive, though.
Jump gate. Profit center alpha.
Okay, let's try activating the main drive. CETA might be a little faster, but it's also... It'll take a painful amount of game time to get to where we're going, and I don't want that much time to pass before I get there. That's very unfortunate that you apparently can't run CETA and travel drive at the same time. Actually, if I set this thing on autopilot and got in a different ship, then maybe we could do it. I'll have to think about that. Not sure if I want to do it though. I kind of want to pilot it all the way to our destination here. Just for the, I don't know, because I'm stubborn. Yeah, I really wonder if we can, how much it would cost and how effective it'd be to put a tier 3 plus travel drive speed mod on this engine. If it would actually make it enough faster to be worth it or not. I'll definitely have to check it out. I think he is almost ready to start researching this. That's good. How long is it going to take? 10 minutes, okay. Oh, we might be able to actually install a travel drive mod on this thing when we get to our destination, our interim destination. We'll have to see. Okay, I think the travel drive is actually faster than CETA in normal space. That's fine, I guess. CETA plus travel drive would obviously be faster, but that would require me to get out and get into a different ship. And we do have a different ship docked on us right now we could use, I guess. Let's see, how far away are we? Not very. Oh. We just have to fly to here and then across to here. That won't be that big of a deal. And then from here, we want to go through here. And right here's our objective. It looks like there is a lot less xeon there than there was just a few minutes ago, but yeah. Hopefully some more will show up. Worst case, we can save our game and fly through to Darkest Crusade. There's usually quite a number of them there. Problem is, I don't really want to run into any caves or anything like that. Although I could probably bring the wheelbarrow along for that eventuality.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Flight assist off. And flight assist on. There we go. I don't know what I'd ever do if I hadn't paid attention to that part of the tutorial where it told you how to turn your flight assist on and off for turning under travel drive. I'd probably be very sad, that's what I'd be. Let's see, how far away are we? 65k, okay, we're gonna get there in no time. The reason we're stopping here at the shipyard for the Talati is so that we can buy better shields, basically. The split shields are really bad. The Talati shields are a lot better, so it's kind of a two-taste. Which shields you think are the best? I tend to favor the Talati ones.
Talati Shipyard.
Oops, wrong button.
Talati Shipyard.
Okay. Would you please vacate the docking bay, dude? Because I have orders to dock right where you're sitting. Alright. Thankfully we have a docking computer, so we don't actually have to fly a proper docking approach. We can just fly into place and it will suck us into where we're supposed to be. Assuming these fools get out of the way without me having to bump them. Hear that? I'm talking to you, Mr. Dude in the split ship just above me. I think that's a split freighter of some kind. I really can't see what I'm doing. I have no idea where my nose is. There we go, grabbed by the docking computer. Somehow the docking computer can move the ship way faster than you possibly ever could. It's well worth it to have a docking computer in the big ships like this. And there we go.
Successfully docked.
Upgrade repair. We want Mark II Talati shields.
Pleased to welcome you aboard.
Oh, that lowers our speed way down. Okay, we're not going to change the Talati engines. I figured we wouldn't, but I was just double check. Talati shield. Recharge rate goes up a good bit. So does the shield. Not actually as much as I might have expected, though. This is going to suck, because we're going to have to go through every single turret. And click over. Looks like our recharge delays are going up quite a lot, actually. The recharge rate is also going up, as well as shield amount, so that's fine. A lot of clicking. Kind of curious if Talati have a flak they're willing to sell us. Last I checked, only the Argon and the Split had flaks, but I'm not sure if that's because nobody's willing to sell them to me or not. Yeah, there's no flaks in here. Okay, we have new shields. That is pretty much the entirety of the reason I came here. Recharge delay went up a lot. Recharge rate went up a lot, as did shield amount. That's acceptable. Trade-off we can live with. Consumables. We have a reasonable amount of everything. Crew, we're loaded out the way we want to be. Software. I did buy all the software I wanted, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. This is going to cost us 720,000 credits. Not too bad. And it's going to oh yeah, I forgot about this part. It's going to take us 6 minutes and 30 seconds to change the parts over. So, I guess we have 6 minutes of looking at ships clipped through each other using the external camera. Are you planning to dock at the same thing I am? Because that's not allowed, okay? Ships clipping into each other, the game. Kind of cool how you can see ships sitting at the docks. Because here we have a XL ship docked at a station with a medium ship docked aboard it. Now, if only there was a medium ship that also had small docks, then we could have even more layers of dockception. Anyway. 5 minutes to go. I really need to get a fighter so I can experiment with flying up and down the inside of this thing just for the fun of it. I mean, you can fly up and down the inside of the medium ship, but oh, I have a feeling it'd be cooler in a fighter. Kind of cool. This ship also has turrets inside of it. if I can find one. I can't select it for some reason. Let's see. Anyway, there's flak turrets inside the ship. So just in case an enemy decides he wants to fly down the inside, he will have a bad day, so to speak. It's just such a cool looking ship. Oh, I just noticed the runway lights going down the ceiling and floor. As much as those terms have any meaning. Got a proper launch bay. That's so cool. I don't think I'm ever going to get over how awesome this ship is. I'm not sure how many large turrets this thing has. It looks like there's 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. Yeah, I think it has 8 of them, so that makes sense. 2 here, 2 here. And then 2 here and 2 here. It actually doesn't have that many large turrets at all. The destroyer has 6 large turrets, so this only has 2 more than it does. This definitely is not a ship meant to go up against other big heavy ships. It's meant to go up against smaller ones. Well, it's capable of protecting itself from large swarms of fighters, but it's not really an offensive ship. We're going to be using it offensively against large swarms of fighters tonight. But really, this ship's offenses are what it can carry on its docking platforms. If we load this up with a bunch of torpedo boats and fighters and stuff, then it will be worthy of sallying forth to kick butt. But it is very definitely going to be the flagship of my fleet. The other carriers are all kind of meh looking. Let's see. Let's look at... I don't even want to look at the Argon carriers. They're so ugly. Buy XL carrier. Oh wait, I don't have that unlocked yet. Who do I have it unlocked with?
Pressing permission to dock.
Do I have it unlocked with these guys? No, I don't. Anyway, this is another really ugly. Also, I can carry like half the number of fighters, which is just sad. Just look at this thing. It's like, maybe if you like the shiny round look, but it doesn't appeal to me at all. The Argon carriers, on the other hand, are very... like, just why? Why would you do this to yourself? It's a capital ship, right? You'd treat it just like aircraft carriers IRL, surrounded by destroyers and frigates. Yep, pretty much. And if you don't, you're going to be in for a bad time. This does have a lot more launch pads for medium ships, but a few less for fighters, maybe. I think our upgrades are probably done now. Once again, so I got like half the capacity though for actually holding stuff. 24 seconds, okay. I thought I had, oh, I do too. I have access to these ships. I just haven't gone to talk to the guy about the promotion yet, I don't think. Okay. Because I thought I had enough rep with the Paranid. Specifically this faction of the Paranid. I'm pretty sure I do, I just haven't gone to talk to them. Let's confirm that. Yeah, here we have a couple promotions. One for Ant, which is the Antigone, and one for the Holy Order. We should probably get those out of the way eventually, but right now we are going to continue our grand voyage. Maximum reverse thrust is only negative 25 meters a second. Pain. Okay, our first stop is going to be right here. Once we very slowly turn to face the gate. Yeah, we definitely need to buy a fleet to fit this. Need to figure out what kind of fighter I want. What I want to do for torpedo boats or whatever. You know, what kind of corvettes I want to take along. Buy maybe a couple more destroyers. Get an actual fleet worthy of its name. Something that we can send out under AI control to go blow something up. And actually has some expectation of it blowing up without too many losses. Or that we can park in a system somewhere and expect that no matter what the Xeon throw at us, they will not win. I don't know if that's going to be very plausible, though. I hear Xeon raids can get pretty nasty after a while. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we got a couple minutes of flight here. Flying through here is going to be interesting because of how much curve it is. We're going to have to do a curved drift through here. But anyway, I'm kind of going about this in really backwards. I should have bought more of the smaller ships first and then bought the big carrier. But it was just so cool I couldn't wait. So now we're going to fly it into the only combat it's really suited for at the moment, which is swatting swarms of fighters that can't actually damage it. I'm tempted to take it here into Thargus Cascade, but I guarantee that if we got out into here where we're most likely to be hit by big swarms of fighters, eventually a K would show up, and then we would be very sad because I highly doubt this can take on a K by itself. We'd have to bring the destroyer in for that, and if the destroyer's in while this is getting swarmed with fighters, the destroyer can take on swarms of fighters by itself, but if it loses its shields, then the fighters slowly whittle it down and kill it. As we learned yesterday. Yesterday was a lot of... Oh, let's get
Entering
that.
system. Silent witness.
Get that drift started. By turning flight on assist on and off in rapid succession, you can get a shorter turning radius than what you can if you try to turn with it on. And your turn starts sooner. The radius is larger, but it starts sooner than if you had just left it off and pointed to where you wanted to go eventually and then turned it back on. It's not worth the effort most of the time. Most of the time you just turn flight assist off, turn to the heading you want, and then turn it back on. But sometimes if you want to feel cool or if you just want to avoid a bunch of rocks, you can drift around a corner by flicking it on and off quickly. Obviously it's more effective in smaller ships than it is in something quite like this one, but I'm sure if we went and opened up the encyclopedia here and searched for Ponderous, we would probably find a picture of this ship. Because it's pretty much the very definition of Ponderous in every way. But that's fine. It's not supposed to get into trouble quickly. We're probably going to have to get an auxiliary too. Something that we can load down with torpedoes and repair stuff. To help keep the fleet that this thing can carry in good shape. But that's a boring ship, so it'll probably be the last one we buy. Okay, is this our last jump? Yes, it is. Okay.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
Stop guidance. Kill engines. We did not set these to attack.
Highway. Argon Prime.
Oh, that's the highway marker. Okay. Let's suck in whatever loot we can find. And let's see about turning.
N.
Very slowly get our way headed over to back there to say hi. Unfortunately, in this view, you really can't see much about what's going on with your ship. I got the bigger ship, Prospero. We finally got it to where we're going. You missed the getting the materials around so they would actually buy the thing. They could actually build the thing for me. And then you missed the very slow crawl to get here. As I was saying earlier, if you looked up in the in-game encyclopedia Ponderous, you would find a picture of this ship. It is so slow. But I don't care how slow it is. It's got the guns. Found a cock hive guard. Yeah. Probably best to stay away from that one. Hey guys. Coming to say hello?
N.
Why aren't the guns firing? Oh, it's out of range still. They're like 2 point something range, I think. Come on, get a little
M.
closer. You want to attack this ship. Come on, it's big and juicy. Very tasty. It's delicious. I want to see the flags. Oh, there you go, there you go, there you go. We got flags firing. Woo! Come on, come back. I haven't seen one yet. A hive guard, that is. I'm perfectly content to have it remain that way for a while yet. I love watching the flax fire. That's a lot of flax. Yeah, but I bet that was a brown pants moment, all right. Just bringing all the fireworks to the enemy? Oh yeah. Apollo's fortune too. If that's the one I'm thinking of, I have discovered.
The results of my research are far beyond my expectations.
I think I have discovered a one there. Oh, let's see. Where is that system again? It's yeah, here it is. Oh, okay. I have not actually discovered any cack in this system. Okay. There's one somewhere up in here somewhere, I think, that has... Oh, there. Where I found a CAC installation. But there was no defenders around it, so...
Thanks for your help.
Oh. More flax. Haste away, flax. That fighter didn't last very long. This is, if I must admit, a highly inefficient way to be clearing this sector, probably. Just simply because we're so slow. But it sure is fun to watch that many flax fire at once. Got some stuff over there behind us. Let's turn around. I'm really tempted to take it through the gate over there.
Thank you.
And just see what we gather up. But I'm worried about running into a K and then blowing up. You know, I think I'm going to save the game. Just do a manual save, and then we'll do it anyway. And if any K want to tie us on, then oh well. And if they don't, then... The destroyer is parked in Argon Prime right now. This thing would hopefully have enough shields to stand up to a K for a while, so maybe we can call the destroyer in for rescue if that happens. Or we can just bring the destroyer along with us and have even more guns. That actually sounds like a good idea. Let's do that right now. You. Come here. Defend, Commander. Sure, why not?
Joining squad.
Alright. The destroyer will be showing up soon, hopefully. Docked on our back here, we have the on foot. So if I ever feel like doing something zippy, we can just get out and go take that for a spin. For now, where are all our big targets? Kind of behind us. That's unfortunate. We started turning around so that we could get toward stuff to shoot, and they all ran away. I guess we're gonna head straight over here
Jump
now.
gate.
There's no
Vargas
point in not doing it.
Cascade.
Yeah. Let's save our game. Remember how we had it along with us? Or how we went into Darkest Cascade? I think you were along then. Or watching then. We went into Darkest Cascade with it. And just the fighters couldn't do anything to our shields. It wasn't until the K took our shields down that we actually ran into trouble and blew up. I think if we have it along with us, we should be okay. Especially since this will be providing covering fire. And hey, this is strictly a let's go have fun with the new ship kind of thing. I saved the game. If it goes badly, we'll reload and skip all that. Actually, there's a big red ball. No, it just looked like a big red ball on the... Or is it a big red ball? We'll see when we get up there, I guess. Charging the travel drives on this takes so long. Oh, there's the big red ball. Okay. We're gonna go say hi to that. It's like, I thought there was a big red ball somewhere in here. Yeah, there is. It was just farther ahead of us than I thought it was. We're going to go wreck some xeon days. It is fairly far out there, but when the engine's charged, we'll get there reasonable time. It looks like the engines have charged and are starting to spool up now. There's a P. Do you think we can ram it? Oh, they're all coming our way now. I'm sure they're not actually coming our way. They're coming toward this thing, but...
P.
Don't worry, little Paranid. We're coming to your rescue. Are they driving past us all? They kind of are. Hey guys. I'm just a poor, lonely, innocent freighter. Come say hi. I don't think they're gonna fall for that. There's too many much squishier targets around here for them to be interested in me. Oh, there goes a little bit of flak. Well, let's maintain course to Tharkus Crusade.
Jump gate. Tharkus Cascade.
Flying in this mode would be absolutely intolerable if it wasn't for these arrows showing you where your direction is that you want to go to. That's quite a lot of flak now. This is more like what I was wanting to see. Come on, little Xeon. I promise nothing bad will happen to you. I mean, maybe a little. We have a rather large crowd of admirers. They're just slightly too far away for the flax to reach. I should probably put argon flax on here for the extra little bit of range. You pass the sides and get out of the range of the bottom flax and like, whoo, we're safe. They come out on the top and uh-oh. We'll continue very slowly flying over toward the gate. We won't use the travel drives, we just use the normal drives. So anything that comes through the gate will run right into us. Speaking of which, there goes a freighter, I mean.
S.
He's in range, but not being fired on. Okay, I guess they figured he was too far away. Oh well.
Thanks for your help.
Some fighters show up to try their luck. It ends poorly for them, shall we say? Come on, stop maneuvering so much. Let the flax get you. I'm not sure how many flax are firing at the moment, but it's a bunch. For one thing, each of those clusters, yeah, it's not one flak firing. They're taking turns sequencing their fire so they can fire longer too. It's really cool.
Thank you.
The close-up view of the surface of the ship when the flax are all going off is pretty epic. These kind of views, I mean, perfectly honest, is why I bought this ship, partially at least. Hopefully those P's try to do some attack grounds. Oh look, the plasmas are firing at a P. I think he's trying to shoot at my engines. It's not going very well for him. Yeah. Eat flax. More plasmas firing at something. Oops. I wish I'd stop hitting that button. I should unbind it. Or bind it to something different. That P had a very short-lived and bad day. And here comes another P for a similarly short and very bad day. I thought it was fun to watch the destroyer take out P's and M's. This is on a whole new level. Also, I think we might be a little nose high for what we want to go to. Where's our destroyer? He should be here by now. Let's zoom out some and then get a good angle. Okay, where's the destroyer? Don't tell me he's still sitting in Argon Prime or something. No, he's not. Is he in the middle of this big clump? No. Oh, there he is. Okay, no. He's flying in slowly. That many flax just absolutely ruin a P. They don't even give it a chance. Not to mention the fighters. They come popping out of the gate and it's like, oh no! It's right there! Run, Jimmy! I'm not sure how many xeon this thing's blown up so far, but it's a lot. And it's going to be a lot more once we go through this gate. Hello. Yeah, well, nobody ever said the Xeon were smart. Can we see the fighter yet? Doesn't look like it. Where's he at? I'm afraid not fighter. Okay, he's still a ways out.
Rattlesnake.
He is coming at us at least twice as fast as we're moving, so he'll get here eventually. Is this a Terran?
Falks.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I think this might be one of their Corvettes, but I'm not entirely sure. I need to go butter up the Terrans. Trying to figure out if I want to buy a gas miner, trader, or a scout. I've never done gas miners, so I'm not sure if they make much money or not. Traders can make money, but I haven't seemed to be able to make much with mine. Scouts obviously won't make you any money, but will reveal the map, so I guess it depends on what you think your immediate need is going to be. No matter what you decide, it will work out in the end.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Even if you waste a bunch of money, you'll make it all back eventually. So how do you dock to get more supplies and whatnot?
Entering system.
You just have to
Progress
pick the right
cascade.
kind of station and dock there. Or do you mean to dock with the carrier? The same way you dock with a station, basically. For that, in that case. Let's see. We want to fly out to here. What ship did I select to do that? Move this order. I accidentally ordered the wheelbarrow to do that. We want to start guidance so that I can see which way I want to turn. Why would it not be fun to find a station to dock with?
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
For supplies, like if you just want to buy ammo or stuff like that, or repairs. For this ship, you would just need any old shipyard. Or a, what do I call it? Or an equipment dock. And the same way for every other ship, except for the small and medium ones, instead of docking at a shipyard, you would need to find a wharf. If you're looking for trade goods, that's even easier because there's this really handy trade filter that can help you out. Obviously, it's very slow if you want to dock something large like this. Oh, there's our destroyer.
Awaiting orders.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
The destroyer is here just in case I see a K, I can teleport to it. Then the K will have a bad day. I'm hoping we see
Orders.
a large swarm like we did earlier. How do I set up a miner to say mine silicon and argon prime but then sell it 2 jumps over? Pilot only has 2-star pilot. You don't actually need to use the auto mine. Let's see. Do I still have one set up that way? I had a miner in Silent Witness that was set up that way, but I think I moved him because he wasn't making money. Basically what you would do is
Danger.
you would take your
Hazardous
miner.
region detected.
Let's use the advanced lockpick here as an example. Oh wait, I do have a miner that's set up that way. Where is he? Here we go. The screwdriver. The screwdriver, he only has a 1.5-star pilot. Well, he's got orders to mine here. So he'll just mine this particular area. You can set up multiple mining orders, and he'll do them until he's full, and then he'll just cancel all his mining orders because you can't do them anymore because he's full. So like if the first area you set him to is mined out, he'll go on to the second one and mine there, and go into the third one and mine there. First you have to set up repeat orders, which you just need a 1-star pilot for. That's the first step. Turn repeat orders on in the default behavior. Then you set up your mining areas where you actually want to mine, which you're going to want to set resource probes
Danger.
out and
Hazardous region detected.
figure out where the best place to mine is in the sector you want to mine in. Once you've got that done, then you give him sell orders wherever you want. It could be like right here in the next system, like I have, or it could be on the whole other opposite side. And when he's full, he'll then move on to his sell orders, and he'll go execute these just like you would any other trading order. And then when he's done with his sell order, he'll go back to his mine order. So you just need a 1-star pilot. You can have them mine in one system and sell in another. You can even put in multiple sell orders. So like you put in a sell order and you set the minimum price to how much you're willing to sell for. And if you can't execute that sell order, he'll go on to the next sell order in his list and do that instead if he can, and so on. So you just set your minimum prices to whatever you're actually willing to sell for, and then queue up as many different sell locations as you want. Which in this case,
Danger.
you can order them to sell in a whole sector, and he'll go to any place in the sector he can get a good trade in. So then you could queue up like say 3 or 4 different sectors, and he would always go to the best, well, the first trade he can do in any of those sectors. So you then get to fiddle with the minimum sell price to get him to sell exactly where you want all the time. In my case, I'm lazy, so I just set his minimum price to the lowest possible value, so just sell it no matter what. And always whatever the best trade you can find in this sector is. But yeah. This, I would not have figured this out, except for chat being very helpful and telling me how to do it. Or rather linking me to a video to tell me how to do it. That's kind of mile-high overview for how repeat orders works. I would suggest that you look it up and find a YouTube video on it or something, because there's some actual interesting stuff you can do with that beyond just this kind of simple setup.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Meanwhile, I have been completely ignoring my ship that is sailing straight into enemy territory.
Rattlesnake.
Go ahead and remove all orders and assignments. And then we'll leave him parked by the gate here. Hopefully he doesn't have issues, but if he does, we can have him flee. But anyway, yeah. Repeat orders is really powerful. It can be used for a bunch more stuff. Like if you want to have ships patrol an area, or I used it to do some trade runs. The auto mines, of course, are a lot easier to set up, but repeat orders is arguably more powerful.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I'm very glad I have a chat who can tell me about things like that. We don't have any Ks coming in or anything like that, do we? Nope. There's a P, who did not last very long. I'm hoping we get some big clumps hit us soon. What time is it? 10:47? We're actually getting close to the end of the stream. I usually end by around 10:30 or 11 on weekdays, because I like to maintain some pretense that I am a responsible adult.
Danger.
Usually it's a pretty
Hazardous
thin
region
pretense,
detected.
but hey, I try. We got to take it back a couple steps so that there we go, pick stuff up. If I go park next to a station or something and start shelling it, I guarantee a K will show up, which we don't really want, so I'm not going to do that. Otherwise, that might be a good way to get some QRF forces after us. Just pick that loot up, please. Come on.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
We're flying backwards and still not picking the... What? What are you doing? There we go, finally. Full speed ahead. Well, there are a lot less xeon in this sector than I had initially hoped for. I'm sure they're all hiding just out of view. Oh, here come a bunch. Hey guys, come to say hi.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
This little very adventurous Terran fighter squadron might want to rethink its current course. It's not going to go well for them. They don't have as many flak turrets as I do. We might actually get attacked by a few things at once now. Are the plasmas going to hit? No, they won't, because he stopped before they got there. That many flaks on one target. Yeah, that P never stood a chance.
Danger. Hazardous region
I love this ship.
detected.
This is definitely one of my top 3 or 4 ships. And I can't quite decide which of them is the top because I love them each for different reasons. The on foot is just so crazy fast. This one just has so many flaks. And the wheelbarrow is just so powerful in 1v1 fights with almost anything. There's so many amazingly good options to choose from. Just set up a much more effective miner? Well, I'm glad to help. I'm not going to try to say that I
Hazardous region detected.
learned that on my own, because I definitely didn't. So I'm happy to pass it on to other people. If you didn't pick up the loot, would you really have any effect? Oh yeah, now we're definitely... Now they've noticed we're here. We're gonna slow down a little bit so that they're easier to get.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Or so we're easier to get, maybe. Oh, let's see. Well, hopefully we get another situation where we have a bunch of stuff attacking at once, because that looked really cool. Couple fighters. Come on, send a fleet. Without a K preferably, but sure, with a K even.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I'd kind of actually like to see a K so I can find out how this thing's shields are going to stand up to a K. Because if I see a K, what's going to happen is I'm going to teleport over to my now unstoppable universe. I don't think that's quite true. I wish, but I don't think that's quite true. I'm inclined to believe that my enemies will probably be able to destroy this just fine if they get enough of them in one place. Just, you know, as long as they keep trickling in fighters and Ps, we don't have much to worry about. But we do have the wheelbarrow sitting back here ready to come in just in case. When the inevitable P comes after us.
Danger.
Wow.
Hazardous region detected.
I think I'm going to go a little later than normal. I'm not going to go to midnight. But I will go to probably no later than 11:30. That was cool. The K's, as in the letter K, is the Xeon destroyer. We'll see one eventually. They also apparently have an I, as in the letter I,
Danger.
which is
Hazardous
their
region
version of the
detected.
carrier. And apparently they're quite spicy as well. I've never seen one though, so we'll find out if we ever when we inevitably run into one, we'll find out. I don't see anything particularly spicy in the area. Let's drop a advanced satellite. Wonder where it deploys the satellites from on this thing.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Come over here and let me hit you with my flax. Okay, where are we in space? Over here. I'm tempted to turn around and park us like here somewhere. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Flight guidance. That's so I can see what my target is. Yeah, that is definitely a future objective, because we do need a fleet to go with this. We need some more destroyers.
Danger. Hazardous
We need a whole
region
load of
detected.
fighters. And then I want to get a bunch of corvettes too, equipped as missile boats. Oh, we can see the wheelbarrow firing his flax over by the, what do I call it, by the gate. It's kind of cool watching him fire flax way out there like that. Yeah, it looks like we've got quite the admiring clumps starting to come after these ships. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. We'll be playing more X4, of
Danger.
course.
Hazardous region detected.
But I'm not sure if I'm going to try to build a station tomorrow, or if I'm going to scout for a place to build a station, or if it'll be just more playing with my carrier and building a fleet for it, or what. I haven't quite decided. I don't know. I'll have to think about it then. Oh. fighter thinks he's sneaky by coming from above. It doesn't work out, needless to say. We're actually getting quite a lot of loot this way, too. Probably building up stations to craft material to sell. Probably be a good bet. Yeah. I'm not sure if stations would make me nearly as much money as pirating ships of the Vigor Syndicate have been making me money. But it I want the stations for other reasons too. I want those materials to use for building my own stuff later. Particularly I want hull panels because I need a lot of those for various things. Because you can build your own shipyards and build your own ships in those shipyards. You just need the resources to do it. The same as the AI needs resources to build ships. So eventually I want to, like, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I don't remember though. Eventually I want to start by finding a good place that has good mining and not too many people. And then building a refinery there.
Hazardous region detected.
And then I want to expand that refinery so that it produces all of its own precursor materials, you know, all the food and stuff the workers need to produce right there on site. And then I want to, meanwhile, of course, I'll be just selling off the produce of the station. The refined metals and the plasma, not plasma, the, why did I say plasma? The silicon wafers. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Hack. It means quite a lot to me because you are right now a member of a very small and exclusive club. AKA, I have very few followers.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Anyway, I want to build up a basically a self-sufficient ore refinery, and then I want to turn that into a self-sufficient ship parts. You know, making hull parts and making the electronics and all that kind of stuff that I might need to make the ships and the weapons for them. And then eventually turn that into a shipyard that requires nothing and produces ships. I can just stop by with whatever kind of ship blueprints I happen to own and crank them out by the million. That's probably going to be the end goal of this run. To build up a shipyard that's capable of producing whatever kind of fleet I want, and then use it to capture a couple Xeon sectors, and then we'll probably start a new run or something. Probably. That's subject to change. I could decide I'm having too much fun and just keep playing for a long time that way or something. I don't really want to play one run so long that I burn myself out on it. I want to try out other game starts and things like that, but... And also there's something to be said for playing when you still have some amount of restrictions. When you can't just buy whatever you happen to want to buy. What time tomorrow? Since tomorrow's a weekday, it'll be after work, which means it could be anywhere from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Normally it's 8 o'clock because I'm a terrible person and sleep in late. But yeah, usually I start around 7 to 8 or so, and then stream until 10:30 most of the time. Sometimes I'll go late, like today when I'm having too much fun to quit.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
But yeah, that's about 7:30 to 10:30 is roughly, yeah, Eastern Standard. Or, you know, Eastern time. Then, of course, on weekends, I normally start around noon and then I go until my normal stop time, or maybe a little later. So those are, of course, much longer streams. Most of my viewers, though, tend to show up late, like Prospero here. On weekends, I usually don't have many people watching in the morning, or, you know, morning. I usually don't have many people watching until like 4 o'clock or so. So they tend to be a little more chill early on. I'm not sure. Is that possible to be more chill than my normal streams? Because
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
these streams are pretty chill, let's admit it. Alright, let's turn back toward the gate. I think we'll fly through the gate to end the stream. We'll fly back to their side of the gate, and then we will, yeah, call it a night.
Jump gate. Atikva's choice.
I won't speed up or anything. We'll just keep going at our slow pokey speed. That should get us to 11:30 or after easily. Yeah, poor Prospero. He's always shows up late because time zones are a thing. Let's see, where is it? There we go, the Prospero's red box. The so far only ship named after a viewer, because a certain somebody kept bugging me. You need to capture ships. You need to capture ships.
Danger. Hazardous region.
So when I got a
detected.
ship to load Marines on, I named it in their honor. It was a good idea. We made a lot of money that way. TV really blows. There's nothing good to watch, and I don't really feel like buying a subscription service to watch a series I would likely buy on DVD. Yeah. I grew up in a house that didn't have a TV, so I never really got into the habit of watching it. I read books instead. And nowadays, when I try to watch a TV show, it's like, oh, this is so slow and so boring. And it's the rare TV show that I'm willing to actually sit down and watch. Because the story is just... Stories told in video form
Danger.
take way
Hazardous
longer to
region
tell than when you're
detected.
reading them. And that doesn't sit well with me. But now that I'm older, I do watch a lot of Twitch. Well, I used to watch more Twitch, but then I got a job. That sucks up a big chunk of your free time right there. We are moving, aren't we? Oh, we're moving very slowly. Okay, that explains that. This is what it's like to be inside a ship when it's firing. It's much louder. Going to have to look to get a salvager ship. That, I keep forgetting that. I want to get a salvage ship going. I want to find out what that's like. Because I'm not sure if a salvage ship actually produces enough money to be worth doing.
Danger. Hazardous region.
But I want to find out. There's only one way to find out. I mean, okay, there's more than one way to find out. But there's only one way I'm going to find out. I could look it up on the internet and see if the consensus is the salvage ships are worth or not. Or I could build one and try it myself. And, well, we're going to go with option 2. We're going to build one. I just have to remember to do it. I keep forgetting. Because if I go ahead with my plan of taking over a xeon system, we're going to have a lot of xeon stations that we can scrap. And so it might be worth it to build a salvage station nearby with lots of storage. Yeah, I think we can get a lot of hull components and things like that we need to build a bigger station. And build ships, for that matter, off of Rex. And if that's true,
Danger. Hazardous
then
region
having a salvage
detected.
station to help us build our stations later would probably be a very valuable thing to do. Plus, I just want to see how the salvage ships work. Apparently you can drag wrecks back whole to a station to salvage, or you can cube them up with a... oh, there's a crystal, looks like. Or you can cube them up with a compactor and then drag the cubes back. I really want to get a compactor. Where's Bo? I don't know. I haven't seen him tonight. Or actually, did he stop in earlier? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably watching AF or somebody like that. I think AF was live earlier, but he might have ended now.
Danger. Hazardous region.
I should actually
detected.
check to see, because we are getting closer to the destination here, and I need to see who we're going to raid. If AF is still alive, we're going to raid him, of course, and if not, then we'll raid Avi. Pardon the sudden loss of audio, because I'm about to tab out. Okay, AF is done, but Avi is streaming Battle Brothers. We'll have to drop in on him when we're done. I don't see Bo in his chat either, though, so maybe he went to bed early or something. Oh, come on. We can get some more shooting done here.
Rattlesnake.
Looks like the wheelbarrow 2 is in perfect shape, as expected.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't send a K out after me. Anyway. No large ships can use the highways. You can use the superhighways, of course. And you can use the accelerators and gates, but you can't. The normal highways can't be used by any large size ship. It's a little unfortunate, but I can kind of see why they did it. They would be too large to really... That's why a lot of the freighters I buy medium ones instead of large ones.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
The large ones can carry more, but they're just slower, and I like the agility of the smaller freighters better. So that I can... usually when I'm going to call in a freighter for something, I want it there now, or preferably yesterday. For some reason, it's a little bit wonky collecting this stuff. The loot. Here, let's cut engines. There we go. Loot has been collected. Well, we certainly got a lot of turret action tonight.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I was hoping we would get hit by bigger clumps, so we would see even more turret action, but... For your average, relatively short weeknight stream, I think it went pretty well. It's kind of crazy how big this ship is. It makes our destroyer look tiny. And I remember how big we thought that was at the time. Let's see, how far are we away from
Jump
the gate?
gate. A Tikva's
Oh,
choice.
20k. I want to turn a little bit, I think. Might be a little too far.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Looks about right. Here comes a couple more fighters to try their luck. Hey guys, welcome here. Come to see the flak turrets? Yeah, I can take out most things. It just takes a while for in some cases. I need to get more destroyers and see how well they do under AI control against a station. Because I don't really want to get a bunch of really fancy, expensive destroyers and then run them into a station, have them all die on me. But I do need to test to see if the AI can handle itself competently against a...
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Training the people is going to be fun. Oh, they got pretty good on-the-job training. This is a completely rookie crew. Let's see, what's my crew like right now, actually? The Carbon Broadhead crew. Pilot is me, so it's max rank. The Relief Pilot has actually, 3-star morale. That's pretty good. Oh, I bet you it's got high morale because we've been killing a lot of stuff. Piloting's 1.5 stars already. My Marines, 1-star morale. Yeah. I actually got a lot of Marines on here, so this could be work pretty good as a capturing ship on its own. Service crew is all 2-star. So they've been learning. Oh, there's almost 3-star engineering. Almost 2-star morale. So they've been getting some pretty good on-the-job training.
Something hit us.
Safety pin is under attack.
Danger.
Escape.
Acknowledged.
Okay, what's going on with the safety pin? Safety pin. He's in Holy Vision, mining. Who's attacking ships in Holy Vision? I think I'm going to cut engines here. Right in front of the gate. And let's see what's going on with the safety pin. Ooh. Oh no. I am nowhere close. Okay, you. Dock and wait at the permanent defense platform. Behavior. Yeah. Please run faster. There's a hive guard right there. Well, it's unfortunate I'm not in the area. Anyway, do we have loot here that I can pick up?
Split try not to shoot you again.
Oh.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I must have been accidentally shot a couple times by the wheelbarrow. Okay, I'm not getting any loot in the area, so it's probably none left. There's a little bit. Oh wait, that's the wrong system. Here we go. Okay, yeah, there's no loot left in the area. Alright, anyway. This is where I'm going to end the stream. Thank you all very much for coming. And give me a second here to switch to the end screen. Because I don't have this set up to a hotkey even though I should. Okay. And I have not added the... You know what? I'm going to do that right now live while you're watching. Let's go right ahead and add the webcam. There we go. Where am I going to stick it? There for now. We'll move it to someplace more sensible later. Anyway, thank you all very much for coming. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I had fun. I hope you did as well. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow when I start at probably around 7:30. I will post in my Discord approximately when I'm going to go live, usually about 8 or so hours or before I actually go live. Because when I get to work, I open up Discord like a proper responsible person should. That's sarcastic, by the way. And announce that approximately when I'm going to go live. aka when I get out of work. So, yeah, I guess that's that. And have a great night. And we're going to, oh, wait, I almost forgot. We're going to go raid Abby. Let's see. /raid. Avacern. Okay. Avacern is playing Battle Brothers, which is a pretty cool little game. Very different from this, but I would still appreciate if you went in and at least waved hi or something. Anyway, I guess that's that. I'll see you over there. If you don't go over there, then oh well.